Good afternoon, everyone, and today I'll be discussing global inequity through case example of cocoa in West Africa, focusing on how the denial of added value keeps developing nations in poverty. We'll look at the case of cocoa production in West Africa as a powerful example of how international trade structures translate directly into human rights violations. In economics, added value is the increase in worth that occurs when a raw material is processed, branded, and sold as a finished product. Who gets to perform that step and capture the resulting wealth largely determines which societies prosper and which remain in poverty. This simple economic concept has profound human rights consequences. Take cocoa, for instance. Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire produce nearly 60% of the world's cocoa beans, but the farmers who grow them earn less than 10% of the final chocolate price. Most live on under $1.50 a day, well below the poverty line, while major chocolate corporations in Europe and North America post billions in annual profits. This imbalance isn't just unfair economics, it's a denial of basic human rights. Because cocoa farming pays so little, families often depend on child labor just to survive. Over 1.5 million children in Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire work in cocoa production, often in dangerous conditions. Many can't attend school, violating their right to education. Poverty wages also mean limited access to healthcare, nutrition, and decent housing, all protected under international human rights law. The International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, or ICESCR, explicitly recognizes these rights. It also affirms that all peoples have the right to freely dispose of their natural wealth and resources. But under current trade practices, producing countries are effectively denied that right. The wealth from their resources is captured elsewhere. This pattern isn't limited to cocoa. Coffee, cobalt, and cotton follow the same script. Nations in the global south provide the raw materials, while developed economies control the profitable stages of refining, branding, and distribution. The result is persistent poverty, forced migration, and economic dependence. Interestingly, wealthy nations understand the importance of capturing added value. Just look at America First or UK First economic policies. But when countries like Ghana or the Congo try to process their own resources domestically, they face pushback from multinational corporations and international lenders. In other words, the right to economic self-determination is often reserved for the powerful. A fairer system would allow producing countries to process and market their own resources, creating jobs, industries, and stronger tax bases. This isn't about ending trade. It's about rebalancing it so that prosperity circulates more equitably and the rights of all peoples are respected. Recognizing the right to added value is inseparable from recognizing human rights themselves. To conclude, the story of cocoa reveals that inequity is not accidental, it's structural. Human rights are not only about freedom of speech or political participation, they're about economic justice and dignity. Until global trade allows all nations to share fairly in the value of what they produce, every bar of chocolate will carry the bitter taste of inequity and rights denied.